Every business knows that true success comes from strong connections built and established over time. Whether it's a connection between you and your business partners or your company and your consumers. At Eastern Communications, we believe in a strong and personal connection. In prioritizing both our high-tech and our high-touch solutions, we bring back the human connection in the ever-expanding industry of information and communications technology. In doing so, we've amassed a wide array of various solutions designed to not only improve our clients' businesses, but to also create seamless experiences for their own customers. This is why customized solutions and strong connections matter so much to us. Keep your company files safe and secure through data centers and cloud services that allow easy access for your employees and are scalable to match the needs of your business. We understand just how important proper collaboration and communication are to the success of a business, which is why we can offer your company the proper tools needed to enhance collaboration efficiency, all while maintaining an agile and flexible network that is scalable to the size of your company. These collaboration tools are key to developing your business's continuity and are easily accessible at any time and from any device, all while maintaining the security your company needs. Speaking of security, no matter what stage of a cyber attack you are in, Eastern Communications will always ensure that your company is prepared with the help of the Cyber Defense Suite. From before the attack happens, during the time it's in progress, and even after it begins to damage systems and steal information, Eastern Communications is equipped with products and services for every phase. Eastern also provides relevant managed services that suit your company's needs. That way, you can better focus on running your business and leave the technical aspect up to us. Of course, every business needs reliable connectivity in order to maintain its day-to-day processes. Our world-class data services ensure the smoothest flow of data and information for your company. Together, we can help you create personalized networks that are well-suited for your company's specific needs, containing all of the benefits with none of the hassle. If it's internet you need, Eastern Communications Internet Services can provide your company with fast connections and high bandwidth availabilities. This way, you have access to flexible speeds and stronger connections to the internet. Lastly, we want to help you establish your own strong connections with your company's partners and customers. Eastern's voice services offers seamless solutions for your customer service needs and easily connects you to your customers. These are only some of the many solutions and services that Eastern Communications has established over the years for our many partners. And while we still have a long way to go, you can be sure that Eastern Communications will continue to be your partner and take you from where you are now to where you want to go. Together, we can all finish strong for our tomorrow.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As our businesses slowly bounce back from the year that was, Eastern Communications is here to ask you, are you ready to take a fearless leap forward?
The past year was difficult for our country, its people, and the businesses we've built to keep ourselves afloat. Even now, local enterprises all over the country are still struggling to bounce back and recover what they've lost while still dealing with the ever-present challenges caused by the pandemic's persistence. Challenges like acquiring new clients, meeting the needs of their current customer base, holding physical meetings, communicating with colleagues in different parts of the country, or even manufacturing, sourcing, and delivering their products and services. The truth is, many businesses are unsure of how to keep up with the digital capabilities of other companies who are able to thrive because they can adapt their brick-and-mortar businesses to online platforms or create e-commerce spaces where they can still offer their services at the tap of a finger or a click of the button. In order to bounce back, it's crucial to transition to the digital space. We need a strong connection to a digital solutions provider that can help us take that fearless step forward. How can we adjust to the now normal? Where can we find the digital lifeline needed to give every business an equal footing in this new era of online spaces and technological solutions? As we continue to fearlessly transform and innovate, we must never lose sight of what makes our connections strong. Let Eastern Communications be that very digital lifeline for your company. In the past and up until today, Eastern's strong connections have been helping bridge the gap and empower businesses to upgrade their services in order to better serve their clients' evolving needs. Through our wide variety of high-tech products and solutions, your company can also adapt to the now normal. Which is why, during this difficult time, we want to remind you that you aren't alone. Together with Eastern Communications, let us open new doors and create wider avenues in the digital space. Together, we can all innovate and improve in order to fearlessly move forward and stride strong into a new digital frontier.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to all our viewers. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Franz Castillo, and I'm going to be your host for today's Leap Forward Business Empowerment for the Now Normal. It's Eastern Communications' way of reaching out to all its partner clients to encourage and discuss with them the need for innovation and resilience. Eastern Communications seeks to empower local businesses across the country and be up to date with the latest best practices and technological trends. Today's topic is all about pivoting businesses in the now normal, and we have invited two brilliant speakers on standby, ready to discuss with all of you. Make sure to take down some notes and send in your questions at our comment section below for the live question and answer later. Stay tuned as well, because we are going to have a raffle draw for everyone. Now, to officially start us off and here to give a special message for everyone, please welcome Eastern Head of Sales Division, Mr. Michael Castañeda.
Thank you for attending our Leap Forward series. After a year of pandemic, so many things have changed. We are now progressing towards unusual territories, and we continue to struggle. But it is imperative that we adjust to the now normal. Maintaining social distance has become a necessity in our everyday lives. Business needs have evolved, requiring new and updated tools. Every day there's something new, and we need to adapt quickly. Digital transformation has become an integral part of our now normal in business. It is critical to know the right tools, have the proper mindset to employ the accurate strategies, and to keep thriving, regain what we've lost, and compete in these exciting times. Alongside this, benefits of cloud computing has quickly gained traction in the local industries. and it's becoming commonplace for businesses to know how it could benefit their companies. Eastern is striving forward to empower businesses and their teams with the aid of digital solutions to ensure connectedness and mitigate effects of the changing landscape. The Leap Forward series is our way to support emerging businesses in the country, whether the National Capital Region or in the provinces. We offer timely topics and partnered with experts in their field to impart knowledge and share their experiences, and mostly to support us in our challenges. Today, we offer essential ideas that you can utilize to improve your company's operations and move ahead in your own field of battle. So relax and experience Eastern and know that we will always be your strong connection. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Michael. Now let us leap forward to our first speaker of the day. Our first speaker is the CEO and Managing Partner for Organic Intelligence, a full-service end-to-end global marketing agency. He has over 13 years of experience in marketing and communications with expertise in communications planning, consumer research and ethnography, consumer insighting and understanding, brand and communication workshops, IMC and channel planning, brand visioning and marketing plan development. Everyone, please welcome Mr. Carlo Jimenez.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Franz. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. I am Carlo Luis V. Jimenez, and I am the CEO and Managing Partner for Organic Intelligence Consulting. It is a company that provides marketing communication solutions, market research, and training and development to organizations like yourself. Ako rin po ay isang part-time professor at the Ateneo de Manila University. I'm glad to say that Eastern Communications is one of our key partners in this industry. One of the things that we learned during this whole pandemic, both in my company and in the university, was that we actually needed to pivot. We needed to pivot our business for the next normal in order to survive. And what we know is that the next normal is defined in many different terms. No? So ang dami ng terms na sinasabi, now normal, new normal, next normal. But for consistency's sake, itawag na lang natin siya na next normal. So the next normal is a term coined by McKinsey. It is based on the assumption that there is a before and after, the period before COVID-19 and the new normal that will emerge in the post-viral era, which we're calling the next normal. Hindi ba kayo na-excite? Ngayon na may mga vaccinations na nangyayari, alam na natin na mas maganda, mas maliwanag na bukas, no? na pwede nating harapin. Ang tanong nga lang doon is, ano ba itsura nun? Diba? And hopefully, through this talk, it allows us to reimagine the next normal and at the same time, how to really cope with it. But before that, I would like to do a flashback. Let's go back to March 12, 2020. Okay, I invite everyone, close your eyes for just a few moments. Alalahanin nyo, ano yung naramdaman nyo nung panahon na yun? Nung sinabi ng pamahalaan na, okay, we will be under ECQ, everyone will be on lockdown because the cases of COVID are just so bad already. Personally, I remember like that I was stuck in the middle of the road. Diba? Parang yung buong mundo nawala, gumuho, and all that you could see ahead was darkness. And I'm sure you guys as business owners, you also felt that feeling of helplessness, that feeling of not knowing what to do and really not being able to find strength in yourself. No? And in these moments, these most challenging moments, kung tatandaan nyo nun, it was always a question of, do we fight or do we flee? Diba? Lalaban ba tayo o mag-give up tayo? And thus, the concept of pivot was actually born, especially in our organization. So pivot, by definition, is a shaft or pin on which something turns. It is a usually marked change, or it is the ability to adapt or improve by adjusting or modifying something, such as a product, a service, or a strategy. I'm here to share with you the different pivots that I have discovered throughout this whole experience. No? I will share with you 5 mindsets that may help you now and in the next few years on how to look at your business and how to see where you can take it in terms of growth. The first mindset that I learned was preparedness to lose, but driven to win. Okay? I remember that time. I remember that moment wherein everything was bleak. Walang kasiguraduhan yung negosyo ko. Even yung school, hindi namin alam pa paano tatakbuhin. And really, the first thing that we had to do was to get intimate with fear. Okay? Nagpadala ka dun sa takot. Okay? Hinarap mo yung takot, tinignan mo siya sa mata at sinabing, okay, alam ko nandito ka. Okay? By getting intimate with fear, we are able to embrace humility. We were in the face of something that was unknown, something unprecedented, diba? And it was a very humbling experience because truly it was beyond our control. One of the first things that I actually did for my company was I wanted to know the worst case scenario. Diba? A friend of mine challenged me, sabi niya, hanggang saan ba PC mo? Hanggang saan bang PC natin? Diba? And that was a very difficult moment for me because I built this company in the past 6 years, and just the idea of losing it was something that's already very painful. But I had to come to terms with that. Okay, so we crunched the numbers. We started asking questions like, where are we at? When do we lose? When do we give up? And when do we close this business? In doing so, I also had to find my trusted team, my mancom, my leaders. Kasama ko sila in the room trying to figure this out. Because we were intimate with our fear, it also propelled us to be driven by a different energy. That energy was to be driven to win and survive. So we had to go back to our strengths as organization. Bumalik kami sa bakit nga ba tayo nandito? Nandito tayo para tulungan ng tao, nandito tayo para tulungan ng mga business stakeholders natin, ang mga customers natin. And yun yung nakuha naming driving force in order to continue. We had to choose courage over fear. In fact, during the second half of last year, ang battle cry namin was OI courage. Okay? Just a reminder to our team that yes, things are scary. Yes, things are unknown. But we can always be courage and brave in the face of the uncertainty. We also had to reframe and shift our perspective on the world. Hindi na pwede yung, ay, gumana to dati, baka gumana pa rin ngayon. Okay? And that comes with a lot of humility. Kasi tayo, sa negosyo natin, di ba? Sanay na tayo sa mga certain processes, sa certain na pamamalakad. But because of COVID, we have to throw all of that, and rethink everything. Learn to see things in a different light. So as an example, this is how intimate I got with fear. Gumawa kami ng business continuity plan. So knowing the resources for small business, gaano ba kami katatagal kung naggawa kami ng different strategies to maneuver it. So ang natulong nito, despite having to face that, was, okay, tatagal tayo ng October 31, 2020 at the bare minimum. At best, tatagal tayo hanggang next year, July 30, 2021. Sorry. So 2021 yan pababa, yung 1B to 2B. So ngayon, di ba, June na, okay pa naman kami, buhay pa naman kami. And therefore, being intimate with fear allowed us to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay? We also had to come up with a business recovery framework. So again, looking at several trends and resources online, we had to focus on 4 things: workforce empowerment and engagement, market and industry assessment, understanding the customer and the stakeholders, and brand building and business planning. Okay? We also had to make sure that we had solutions that would respond to the different needs of businesses: training, coaching, research, and even strategy and planning. Okay, so for the first mindset, my key things that I want you to reflect on would be, what's the business diagnosis? What are my options? And who are actually with me on this particular journey? Isipin nyo yung mga negosyo nyo. Nasaan kayo ngayon? Anong pwede nyong gawin? At sino ang mga kasama nyo para magawa nyo yun? The second mindset is visualize the end goal. Okay? So during that time, yung tanong namin sa sarili namin, may targets tayo, di ba? Lahat tayo sa negosyo may targets. Tatry pa ba natin i-hit yun? Tatry pa ba natin mag-grow? Or tatry lang natin mag-survive? Diba? And one of the things that I read during the pandemic was always have a dragon to slay. Kailangan meron kang clear na kalaban, clear na competition that you want to win over. So is it a system or a process that is not working for you? Is it about maximizing or even minimizing your expenses? Diba? So maximize your resource, minimize expense. Is it about the competitors who are getting ahead of you even in the COVID era? Or is it creating behavioral change, cultural change within your within your organization? And for me, my goal was to secure my team's well-being, to secure my business. So again, hindi ko primary job na buhayin yung negosyo, na kailangan may benta. Ang una kong job na dinesidean kong gawin ay i-secure yung team ko, yung mga tao. Bakit? Kasi sila yung pundasyon ng negosyo ko. Kung wala sila, hindi ko magagawa yung kailangan kong gawin. So that led me to several interventions. As the CEO, I talked to almost 30 of my employees, one by one, 30 minutes to an hour each person. Yan yung una kong ginawa at the onset. Diba? I needed to understand how everyone was feeling. Diba? So obviously, everyone was in shock. May moments of anxiety, takot sila para sa pamilya nila, na may miss nila yung buhay outside home. Diba? Kasi nakakulong lang tayo. And of course, the flip side is they had more time for their family and themselves. Okay, so this is a longer output altogether. Marami akong na-uncover just by talking to them. The other goal that I had to have was to just simplify the experience. We input new business, we secure that business, we provide output in the most efficient, in the fastest way possible. And because I had a dragon to slay, my dragon was really, I want to secure the well-being of my team. These were the results. At the end of 2020, we had majority of our projects which were cross-discipline, leveraging the different departments of the organization. Nagkaroon pa kami ng 22 new clients, and our biggest clients, well, the 16 of them were on repeat. We ended 2020 with net income, and our net profit margin was healthy and positive. And most importantly, our team and our immediate families were safe, healthy, and well. So, diba, dahil yun yung goal that I set myself on, I wanted to make sure that that would be the results at the end of the year. Di bali nang hindi ganun kalakas yung negosyo, pero basta okay yung mga tao ko, I've met my objectives. So that's the question for the second mindset. What are your next normal business goals, diba? And you have to be very specific about them. Hindi pwedeng, kailangan natin ng bagong kliyente. Paano? Sino sila? Diba? Kung gusto natin na magbaba ng expenses, paano? Kailan natin gagawin yung mga yon? The third mindset is observe, empathize, and act. In our job, what we really do is we like to observe people. We like to talk to them. We like to understand how they're feeling. And observing, empathizing, and acting is basically this kind of discipline. What are people going through? Ano ba yung pinagdadaanan ng mga tao araw-araw during this COVID experience? Empathy is the action of comprehending, being aware of, being sensitive to, and vicariously experiencing the feelings, thoughts, and experiences of another. So ito yung sinasabi nilang, ilagay mo kaya yung sarili mo sa sapatos ng ibang tao. Diba? So yan ang importante at a time when people are not necessarily feeling secure. We need to be able to put ourselves in their shoes. And what I realized, my observation, and when I was empathizing with the people around me, was that my people are afraid. They're scared, but they have to continue on. And my way of acting was in the form of the programs that we implemented during the pandemic. I'll share that later on. I also noticed, one of the biggest insights that I had was, our customers, our clients, they're people too. And therefore, like us, they are also dealing with the difficulties. Diba? What's strange about COVID is that, it's something unexpected, but it is universal in that we are all affected and we are all caught in the middle of the road because we don't know how to move, we don't know how to. Okay. So by observing and empathizing, I made solutions like we enforced daily updates and check-ins. So nung nung nagsimula yan, araw-araw yan, just to give people a semblance of normalcy. Okay, would get on a call, 30 minutes, check on business, check on each other. And then we transitioned that to thrice a week. And then now it's down to once or twice a week na lang. I also instituted in 2020 a monthly mental health leave. At that time, the benefit was supposed to be once per quarter. But because of COVID, I realized that my people needed this on a monthly basis. Diba? So dahil alam kong takot sila, dami silang anxieties, may trabaho, hindi sila makalabas sa bahay, they're stuck with their families, they also need a break. And so we made sure that the mental health leave was a monthly benefit that my people could enjoy. Because of the work from home setup, a very practical thing I could give them was internet subsidy, right? So if my job is to ensure that they are okay and that they can continue on with their work and they can earn money, then I needed to provide them a way to be able to do so. And so we covered their internet. And lastly, nung medyo nag-ease up na yung restrictions, we had to return to work. But that also meant that we had to make adjustments in the office. So from a capacity of about 20 to 30 people at any given time, we had to bring it down to 9 or 10 people each time. So we devised the system to make sure that people na hindi sila magsasabay-sabay. And, it may seem like something that's frivolous, but really it helped our people become more secure in coming to the office. By the way, hanggang ngayon, purely voluntary ang setup namin. Kung gusto mo pumunta sa opisina, gusto mo ng internet, gusto mo ng aircon, gusto mong makawala muna sa stress sa pamilya, you can do so. Okay? Pero walang sapilitan. Lastly, for our clients, I remember one of my client friends told me, "Uy, yung gantong ahensya, nagbigay na ng point of view, nagbigay na ng ways to cope with COVID for your business. May isang ahensya na nagbigay na ng online trends. Ito na yung social media listening about COVID. Sabi nila, kayo anong gagawin nyo?" Ang realization nga namin ng team namin, when you remember my previous slides, yung mga kliyente namin, takot din sila. Diba? Hindi rin nila alam yung gagawin nila. And so we wanted a work from home series that would be more empathetic to people. So instead of sending them trends or prepare yourself for the new normal, we sent them some of the practical things that they can do. So for example, together apart, if you look at the one on the third bullet, so you can watch together as a team, you can listen together, move together, play together, drink and dine together, learn together, and help together. Diba? Or leading from afar. You set the tone, you focus on outcomes, not methods. You show empathy and you give support and you encourage enrichment. Kasi ang dami-dami ng organizations, ang dami nang nakasulat about what will happen in the next normal. We wanted to approach our clients by reflecting what it is that they were feeling and to try to massage that uncertainty for them and to make them see na naiintindihan din namin sila bilang tao. And we got a lot of good feedback from our clients kasi they felt, ay hindi kayo nag-hard sell sa amin, na parang nakita niyo muna kami as mga tao din na nahihirapan in this situation. Okay? So the point of reflection here is, how are my stakeholders feeling? What do they actually need? What is meaningful to them? Ano ba yung pwede niyong gawin sa employees nyo, sa customers nyo, sa suppliers nyo, na talagang papahalagahan nila? The fourth pivot, innovate with purpose, then iterate. So innovate is all about thinking differently. Innovate is about introducing processes, products, interventions that will make a difference. Iterate is the idea that you can keep on changing, keep improving until you get to an optimal result. Okay, so that's the fourth mindset that we needed to entail, to have, no? So innovate with purpose. To us, it was about asking questions. It is about being curious. And what you have to remember is, may concept kasi tayo na kailangan natin mag-innovate, kailangan iba, kailangan bago. Okay? Kailangan muna natin intindihin bakit tayo nag-innovate. We do not innovate just for innovation's sake, para lang masabi na may ginawa tayo. At the end of the day, we have to create interventions or innovations that are actually about value. Diba? Kasi pag nakikita ng customer yung value, then that's when your innovation becomes relevant to them. And the way I would process an innovation with purpose is through a funnel approach. There's a big, hairy problem or opportunity at the top. As you funnel down, you see the symptoms, which you want to investigate, analyze, sharpen, and focus. Once it's focused, then you have an action statement of a solution that you can provide your customers or even your employees that will be of value to them. One of the biggest things that Apple, one of the biggest tech companies in the world, is that they actually reinvent and not invent. Meron kasi tayong perception na kapag innovation, kapag something that is out of this world, something new, kailangan laging original. But the reality is nothing is truly original. All ideas are made from other ideas. And Apple has been good in applying this kind of mindset. In providing solutions to our customers, it's always a quest for better. We look at things that already work and think about it. How can we even make it better? It does not have to be the greatest idea. It just has to make sense. So I'll give you a very concrete example of innovating with purpose, of reinventing and not inventing. Sige, bago nagkaroon ng kotse, anong meron? Kalesa. Diba? Ang konsepto lang naman yan, bring you from point A to point B. Nagagawa na yun ng kalesa dati. So hindi naman totally new ang concept of transportation. But cars made it better. Diba? Before nagkaroon ng Waze, anong ginagamit natin? Mapa. Maps allowed us, yung physical maps. Naalala ko nung unang job interview ko, mapa pa yung dala ko para mahanap ko yung office. Diba? So, meron ng ganon. Meron navigation tool na naman before, but they made it better through Waze. Wikipedia, dati, di ba? Ang encyclopedia natin, volumes, ganyan kalaki, ganyan kadami. Ngayon, dahil sa Wikipedia, nandun na lahat ng information. And cellphones, ang cellphone naman, ang pinagkaugatan yan is really the telephone, di ba? Which was invented by Alexander Graham Bell. Pero dahil people wanted to make it better, societies wanted better products and services, we ended up with the cell phone. So this is just to demonstrate to you na wala naman talagang bago. Diba? Things, solutions, what we offer our customers just get better. But there is something but there's no such thing as something that is truly original. Okay? In the case of Apple, they're actually very brave. They've actually made several introductions before na sila mismo yung bumuwag. Kasi nakita nila na hindi yun effective. So sila yung unang nag-introduce ng MP3 player, napangitan sila, gumawa sila ng iPod. Sila unang nag-introduce ng touch phone, okay? Parang BlackBerry, ganyan. Parang sabi nila, ay, corny to, kulang to, we can make it better. iPhone. Sila yung nag-introduce una ng tablet. Mabigat, hassle dalhin. So gumawa sila ng portable version of it. And that's what innovating with purpose is all about. We have to look at our businesses in such a way that we find a way to, we have to see how we can reinvent the wheel in offering the products and services that we do in order to better reach our customers. And lastly, iterate. One of the things that the pandemic taught me in my business is that nothing is ever constant. Okay? Nothing is ever permanent. Everything is in a state of flux. Okay? And once naging kampante tayo and na-realize natin, hindi, ganito na talaga namin ito ginagawa dati. Yan, hindi na yan pwede baguhin. Kasi tagal-tagal na yan na yung proseso namin. Then we fall into the trap of not being able to survive the next normal, not being able to survive the pandemic. The concept of iteration tells us that You can choose to invent, reinvent, improve everything that we are doing in our business. Okay, so it involves curation. We collect and sort the data. We explore new ways that create impact by offering a better service through disruption. Excuse me. And lastly, we find meaningful hooks in order to provide attention. Okay? So in the case of Apple again, we go back, no. So dati naman meron ng CD para sa music, may notepad, 'di ba? But Apple thought of a way to integrate it all together through an app store. It's very different, 'di ba? It's a virtual place where you can get these apps that you can use for productivity and practicality. Okay, and that happened because they were able to iterate their idea. Kung inisip lang nila, mag-install lang kami ng app, kasi yun na yung pwede nila gamitin, then the business did not grow. But because of the iteration process, they were able to realize, let's make these apps available in an online store, something that hasn't been actually done. Something that actually hasn't been done before. Okay? And the thing with iteration is that you can start small. Yan yung maganda sa iteration. Kapag reinvent mo, pwedeng, hindi mo kailangan baguhin lahat all of a sudden. Pwedeng some area lang. Try to make some changes and improvements there. Diba? You start small. And then, kami, even through the process of reinventing our products and services, masakit siya. May pain, may birth pains. Diba? Kasi it's something new. It's something different. But the point is, get your feet wet. If it's something you haven't done before, now is your opportunity to try it. And basically, it goes back to your level of risk. How much can I risk? If I do this, what will happen? If I don't do this, is the risk even bigger? Okay, one of the last things on this particular point is you can ask yourself and use this framework. It's called the RWW framework. Is it real? Will we win? Is it worth doing? So think about your businesses. Think about the things that you want to change, improve on, or retain, diba? Given this pandemic and as we approach the next normal. Kung may gusto kayong baguhin, kung may gusto kayong improve, tanungin niyo yung sarili niyo, totoo ba yung improvement na to? Diba? Is it something that is meaningful to my customers? Will they feel the difference? Diba? Will we win? Is it something that can create more relevance? Is it something that will truly connect? Is it something that they will buy? And lastly, from a resources standpoint, is it actually worth doing? Is it something that we should invest in order to reap better results? Okay, so as I mentioned, in our company, we had to do a lot of things. No? So one of the companies that we're partnered with is Pocket Mentor, which is something that we're doing with Francis Kong, and we had to launch it right in the middle of the pandemic. I told you we do research, we do workshops, and we had to do all of this online. So this is an example. First time namin gumawa ng online FGD, online interview, simul meetings. Okay, so we really had to reinvent the workspace. We had to reinvent how we offer their services in a safe but more agile manner. We also had to look at our sales kit, basically. So we had to offer things in the simplest form possible. In this case, tinawag namin siyang distance flexible solutions. So digital research, digital workshops, strategic communications, branding, and design consultancy. And sinulat na rin namin dun yung presyo. Basic services start at. We had to make it idiot-proof in order for people to really see the role of these services in their businesses. We also had to find other ways of reaching our customers and creating noise for our organization. So we did a lot of virtual get-togethers, we did a lot of virtual conferences. We even invited some of our celebrity friends, the Kramers, to join us in this endeavor. One of the things that we also did in order to create noise for the organization was to do a rebranding. And to be fair, it was really scheduled to happen in 2020. And we did not allow the pandemic to stop us. We partnered with Adobo Magazine, which is, the word on create, an organization known for creativity. And we brought our message across of refocusing on meaningful work by going back to basics. And that also inspired our rebranding. So if you look at it, diba, everything is digital now. So we had to fix our Instagram, yung nasa pinaka-left. We had to fix our website, yung nasa gitna. We had to fix our Facebook. And then yung last one is our LinkedIn. So we had to make sure that all of these platforms worked best. They were at their optimum because clearly during this pandemic, it's the digital platform that was really moving the world. Okay, so for this part, for this fourth bullet, we ask ourselves the question, what can I do that will make a difference for my business? And what change do we actually want to spark? The last mindset, timing is everything, partners too. Okay, so it highlights the importance of having the proper timing and having the proper partners. There is a right time for everything. Di ba narinig naman natin yan? It will fall into place. Oo, maghintay ka lang. But, yes, it is true, but only if you use it to your advantage. It is also about knowing when. Hindi ako yung taong naniniwala sa analysis paralysis. Alam niyo ba yung analysis paralysis? Yun yung parang tagal-tagal-tagal mo nang iniisip, nakalipas na ang panahon, wala ka pa din nagawa. If you want to prepare yourself, if you want to pivot for the next normal, now is not the time to be paralyzed by analysis. We have to realize that yes, we have time, but also we have to understand the limits of that time. We have to know when to make the right decisions. We have to be decisive. We have to be able to instantly say if this is something that will benefit us or not. Otherwise, time will pass us by. But at the same time, there are things that we have to wait. Diba? Maybe I'll wait a month. Maybe I'll wait 2 months. So, kunyari ngayon, I'm still not opening the office officially. Kasi 6,000 pa rin yung cases eh. Maghihintay ako hanggang pumunta siya sa level na comfortable. Okay, and lastly, partners. Partners are just as important as time. If you have the right partners in your journey, so for me, I have Eastern as one of my partners, but they are competent, capable, trustworthy, and they share in my vision. Partners are important. Our suppliers, our customers, the companies that we work with, all of these are partners that help us navigate these pivots in our business as we move into the next normal. One of the things, again, that you have to realize, and what we realized during the pandemic, is that I cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. In order for us to survive, we really have to leverage the different strengths of the people around us, the stakeholders that we are working with, and most importantly, the partners that we have in this journey. So to be able to demonstrate that point even further, this is Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the CEO of Tesla. Tesla is one of the leaders in creating technology that advance humankind. Diba sila yung gumagawa ng electrical vehicles and all of that. But one of the things that Elon Musk believes in is that once they are able to discover a new technology, they share it to the world. Diba? Hindi ito parang gamot. Ang gamot, diba, pinapatent nila yan. Parang, okay, ito yung formula namin, hindi niya yan pwede gamitin. Si Elon Musk, pwede niya rin gawin yun, pero hindi niya ginagawa yun. Bakit? Kasi para sa kanya, whenever he discovers something, it belongs to the world. Okay? So he believes that when he discovers something for humanity, he wants other people to be working on it so that together, humanity can advance. So that's the kind of mindset that you have when it comes to timing and in choosing the correct partners. So we ask ourselves the question, when, how, and with whom can I make my business pivots even stronger? Okay. So pivoting business for the next normal, I've been talking for quite a while now, and I hope that I was able to share some of the mindsets that are important as we move forward, as we look forward to the new way of doing business. So just to sum it up, it's preparedness to lose, but driven to win, visualizing the end goal, making sure we have a dragon to slay, observing, empathizing, and acting accordingly, innovating with purpose, then iterating, improving, changing it up, And timing's everything, and partners too. And in case you forget what pivot means, this is the basically your cheat sheet. Preparedness, innovation, visualizing, observing, and timing. And with that, thank you everyone for listening. It's great to share some of my experiences with you, and I hope you find it helpful for your own businesses as we venture into the next normal. Back to you, Franz.
Thank you, Sir Carlo, for that very, very enlightening talk. On behalf of everyone, we have definitely learned so much from you. As a business owner myself, ang dami kong questions na tinanong sa sarili ko nung pinapakinggan ko po yung talk nyo. I mean, being prepared. There's so many things. I'm sure lahat ng ating viewers, they have so many questions to ask you with your talk today. Yung for observing, for securing your people and your partners. Very important po lahat yan sa ating business owners. Ang dami po naming takeaways na natutunan po dun sa inyong talk. Maraming salamat po. For all our viewers, I would just like to remind everyone, so mga questions nyo po, do send them in for our live question and answer later. But before we move on to our second speaker for the day, we promised you a digital raffle and Eastern Communication is here to deliver. I know everyone is excited for this. For our first raffle draw, 3 of our lucky winners will be getting a 1,000 peso gift away voucher. So when you see your name flashed on the screen, take a screenshot and email it to marketing@etpi.com.ph with the subject Leap Forward 2021 Digital Raffle. Make sure to also include your full name, company mobile number, and email address. Is everyone ready? Because I am. Congratulations po. And then drum roll, please. Our first batch of minor raffle winners are, we have from A. Soriano Corporation, we have Mr. Franklin Gulmayo. We also have from Omo Tenashi Trading Corporation, Ms. Mary Jane Punzalan. We also have from Dual Tech Training Center, Mr. Philip Valdecanas. Congratulations to our first batch of raffle winners. Nanalo po kayo ng 1,000 peso gift away vouchers. Do take a screenshot of your screens right now and then email it to marketing@etpi.com.ph with the subject Leap Forward 2021 Digital Raffle. Include po natin ang ating full name, company, mobile number, and email. Once again, congratulations po sa ating first batch of raffle winners. Now it's time for our second speaker of the day. Our second speaker of the day is the head for strategic marketing of Eastern Communications. He has over 16 years of experience working for both the telecommunication and finance sector, ensuring customers find the most appropriate solutions for their pain points. He continues to share his knowledge moving forward by helping out businesses and consumers outside Metro Manila navigate through the now normal via Eastern's high-tech and high-touch ICT solutions. Everyone, please welcome Mr. Antonio Ramos Casas.
Thank you, Franz. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for sharing your time with us this afternoon. I am Tony Casas. I am the Strategic Marketing Head of Eastern Communications, and I will be sharing this afternoon how to keep business resilience through the power of cloud. The pandemic has brought many businesses to an operational halt. When COVID-19 hit the Philippines and we went into ECQ in March 2020, around 70% of businesses opted to temporarily close to combat the spread and to protect its employees and consumers. With the transportation kept to a minimal due to the fear of being infected, and in accordance with the government ruling, 72% of businesses in the Philippines were forced to make their employees work from home. Additionally, schools had to shift from learning face-to-face to learning online. And with this, several trends came up at the height of the pandemic. Demand for products and services did not change, but methods of transacting, selling, and fulfillment became challenging. That's when everyone, both business and consumers, just like us, started changing the way we do things. So what are some of these trends? First is e-commerce. The ensuing lockdown and quarantine restrictions allowed transactions to shift online from brick and mortar methods. A lot of businesses pivoted to an e-commerce strategy. And as a result, e-commerce adoption in the Philippines grew from 76% in 2020 to 80% in 2021. This is above the global average of 76.8% based on the digital report released recently. Moreover, while Filipinos only consumed 2% of their digital searches prior to the pandemic, online conversions have increased drastically. So just look at our roads right now. Our roads are now dominated by delivery motorcycles carrying items we have just purchased online. Another trend that we are seeing is the remote work. After more than a year into quarantine, we see businesses continuing their remote work arrangements. Some of them have also implemented a hybrid setup where they allow employees to report at the office at predetermined schedules. Moving forward, companies also see having a work from home arrangement to continue even beyond the time of the COVID-19 is controlled. So I remember prior to pandemic, I traveled every day from Rizal to Makati and back. So the work from home arrangement saved me 4 hours of my life back to other essential activities. Therefore, I can say that I am one of those who benefited from the work from home arrangement, including, of course, my family, whom now I get to spend more quality time with. Another trend that we are seeing is work from here or workations. The rising pandemic has forced a shift in how and where people complete their work schedule. It is built on the wanderer mindset of today's work from anywhere professionals, who are mostly millennials. Work from here allows employees the freedom to balance work with where they want to do work. It is a shift in the idea of the ideal workspace, thus creating happier, more productive experiences, which would benefit not only the employee, but also the employer. Lastly, we have distance learning. Distance learning, though it existed prior to pandemic, its use and adoption increased during this time. Kids, just like mine, attended minimum of 1 hour of online classes a day. And employees attended various webinars and online events just like this one to further develop their knowledge and get more knowledge. The trends I've mentioned a while ago were made possible by the digital tools that have been available to us ever since 3 to 5 years ago? But with COVID-19, adoption of these digital tools was accelerated as they become more necessary. Usage of productivity and collaboration tools help teams communicate, manage projects and tasks, and share and store files more efficiently. Specific applications include online meetings, team messaging, shared file storage, and collaborative content creation. As more and more business transactions are done online, the need for businesses and consumers to be protected from online threats becomes a priority. Based on a report by McAfee, an average of 8.4 threats per person occur on a daily basis. Remember that the biggest asset in this digital age is one, your company information, which is a combination of your strengths, and I would say your magic formula or even your secret recipe that gives you your competitive advantage. And second, your customer information, which is a source of your insights for your programs and future promos. Hence, having cybersecurity protection in place is key to having a worry-free operation. Let us not also forget the proliferation of apps, such as social media, e-commerce platforms, online banking, and delivery apps, which were utilized heavily to help business recover. The proliferation and adoption of these applications, such as the productivity and collaboration solutions in cybersecurity, was the key to enabling people to work from home and keep business critical services going. This, however, wouldn't be possible if not for cloud computing. Back in the day, proprietary business software such as your operating system, CRM, ERP, word processing, and spreadsheet applications would need to be purchased via expensive CDs and installed in native on-premise hardware that usually takes a lot of processing and storage resources. Nowadays, most, if not all of our applications are stored in the cloud and are made available anytime, anywhere, and perhaps even on any device. So why is this important? Remember that the key to digital transformation is adoption. And for adoption to be possible, the barriers to adoption need to be eliminated. Ease of use and accessibility are important. Also, the necessity for the solution needs to be both obvious and urgent. If the COVID-19 pandemic has had any positive effect on us, it is the realization that most of the things we do on a daily basis can be done differently. Cloud computing, which is generally defined as the on-demand availability of computer system resources, especially data storage and computing power, allowed for applications to be easily accessible. These applications, in turn, allowed us to live and work during the pandemic. Now that we know how cloud computing services provided the backbone for many of the applications and software available to us, let's now talk about its three main benefits. First is scalability. Businesses have the flexibility to tweak their requirement depending on the demands of the business. It is scalable on demand. This allows companies to shift from allocating heavy capex for infrastructure to OpEx license-based systems for acquiring storage and processing resources. Virtual machines are examples of this. VMs can be created to emulate computer systems that have the functionality of the typical CPUs and servers we got used to. A good use case for this is Lazada. How many of us have looked forward to their monthly sale? Okay, please put your comments in the section box. I have to admit that I am one of those folks who has a long list of items parked in my cart. And whenever the item goes on sale, I always end up pressing the magic button of buy. So just imagine the millions of consumers just like me who surfs and buy during this time. And this is how cloud computing can support businesses and scale up to accommodate the surge in business requirement. Another benefit is cost effectiveness. Locally, businesses have already shifted to cloud computing. Union Bank, one of the leading banks who embraced digital transformation and also an early adopter of cloud, by scaling its operational workloads on demand using cloud infrastructure, Union Bank expects to reduce infrastructure maintenance and operation costs by $1 million over the next 5 years. Imagine how this could help your business slash on costs and put it back to invest in your business, which is more evident during this time. And lastly is accessibility. Based on a report given by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Governor Benjamin Diokno, more and more banks are moving into cloud-based technology. 30 financial institutions have transitioned towards hosting their core banking solutions in the cloud. Cloud storage is a system or model of computer data storage where key institutions stash their data on remote locations but can be accessed by the storer anywhere through the internet. So now that we have seen how cloud computing or cloud service in general gave the backbone for the applications we now enjoy and access regularly, we have to ask ourselves, how can we as businesses also benefit from cloud services? We are happy to share with you that Eastern also has its own cloud service ever since 2019. Since then, it has won numerous recognitions both here and abroad, with the most prestigious 2020 APAC STEO Award for Innovation in New Product. Since the pandemic, Eastern Cloud users have increased 40 times, surpassing our initial targets. Most of them use it as an infrastructure as a service for their FTTP server, for their database, for their website, and even their CRM and ERP software. In comparison to other cloud services, Eastern Cloud's unique value proposition is that it is highly scalable and customizable. You only need to pay what you require and use, thus eliminating unwanted expenses for your business. So if you're in a business looking at CapEx savings or minimizing your spending for your technology infrastructure, it might be advisable for you to start learning more about cloud solutions. We are also excited to share with you that we will be soon launching our SaaS solution. This is to help smaller businesses with some critical business operations that may be addressed by the cloud. These include contact center as a service, allowing companies to have a contact center without having a physical structure. We also have document management system, which is used to receive, track, manage, and store documents digitally, thus reducing paper usage. This in turn will support our drive to reduce our carbon footprint by 2030. We also have a timekeeping and payroll system, which is a cost-effective alternative to other HR cloud systems. Expect soon that we will be having more applications and services available in Eastern Cloud. This pandemic has driven businesses to change the way we do things. In order for us to thrive and leap forward, we have to be fearless in the now normal. As Guy Kawasaki said, the hardest thing in getting started is getting started. With this, we would like to encourage everyone to explore the cloud with us. Let's get things started. And with this, to help you, we are giving a 30-day free trial exclusive for you. You may scan this QR code or you may take a screen cap so that you may explore it later after this afternoon's Leap Forward session. So this is Tony Casas, and thank you for listening to me this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Sir Tony, for that wonderful talk. We have learned so much from you. Very interesting yung talk ni Sir Tony. Why? Because now we know that Eastern has cloud solutions for all business owners like us. Very important daw ito sa mga business owners kasi bakit po ba? Dahil ito ay magagamit anytime, anywhere, any device. And of course, makakatutulungan niya tayo sa mga collaboration tools, cybersecurity, digital platforms like social media and e-commerce, at sa ating yung mga benefits na magagamit natin sa paggamit ng Eastern Cloud Solutions. At sana lahat kayo nakita niyo yung pinakita na QR code ni Sir Tony kanina. Meron siyang binibigay na 30-day free trial for everyone. Thank you so much, Eastern, for that. Now, if you have any questions with the talk that Mr. Tony has shared with us with regards to cloud solutions, do comment down below or email it to us. Send in your question po. We are going to have a live question and answer for everyone after this raffle segment. Okay, so I've said before, meron po tayong raffle segment, another raffle for everyone. So today, this is our second raffle draw. Yay! For this round, our second batch of lucky winners will also receive 1,000 peso giveaway vouchers. Ayan, another 3 lucky winners daw po itong tatawagin natin. For the 3 winners for this round, when you see your name flashed on the screen, take a screenshot and please email it to marketing@etpi.com.ph with the subject Leap Forward 2021 Digital Raffle. Ayan po, makikita natin on our screens right now. Huwag po natin kakalimutan ilagay ang ating full name, company name, mobile number, and email. And of course, ang subject, Leap Forward 2021 Digital Raffle. And now, ito na nga po ang ating lucky winners for this second batch. We have, congratulations to, from Grupo EMS, Mr. Romulo Malaluan. Congratulations from Grupo EMS Romulo Malaluan. We also have from CNF Manufacturing Films Corporated, Mr. Jeffrey Regaya. And we also have from End Financing Incorporated, Ms. Maricar Bautista. kayo po ay nanalo ng 1,000 peso giveaway voucher. Take a screenshot po ng inyong screens right now and put sa subject niyo po, include in the subject, Leap Forward 2021 Digital Raffle. Do include po sa inyong message ang inyong full name, company name, mobile number, and email. Ayan po, huwag po natin kakalimutan, email ito sa marketing@etpi.com.ph with the subject header, Leap Forward 2021 Digital Raffle. Once again, congratulations po sa ating mga winners for today. Don't worry, meron pa po tayong raffle, major raffle mamaya po after ng ating live question and answer. Huwag po kayong aalis. Now, to kick off our live question and answer, let us welcome back our experts from earlier. We have Mr. Carlo Jimenez and Mr. Tony Casas. Welcome back, everyone. Hello, Carlo. Hello, Tony.
Good afternoon, friends. Hi, Carlo. Kumusta?
Hi, Franz. Hi, Tony.
How are you?
All good.
Yeah.
How are you today?
Oh, yeah. Good.
You're all
Good.
looking good. It was nice seeing you. Sobrang interesting po ng talk niyo today. Marami kaming natutunan. As a business owner myself, ngayon ko lang natutunan yung mga solutions, cloud solutions na diniscuss ni Sir Tony. Tapos yung mga questions na diniscuss ni Sir Carlo, talagang ako megali scroll down ako kanina, nilista ko lahat. Ito pala yung mga dapat naming isipin as business owners, lalo na ngayong pandemic. Ang dami namin kailangang i-address na bagong strategies, mga ano ba yung mga kailangan namin i-visualize. And sobrang thank you, Carlo. Narinig kita kanina. Talaga namang iniisip mo muna bago ang lahat, ang ma-secure ang inyong clients and of course your people, di po ba? Maraming salamat, Sir Carlo. Nakakatuwa yan, nakakataba ng puso marinig yung concern ng business owner sa kanyang mga tao and of course sa kanyang clients. So okay, before we begin, I would like to remind all our viewers, bago po tayo magsimula ng ating live question and answer, do send in your questions for Carlo and Tony kung meron kayo para lahat po yan ng questions na we will try to answer everything po. Ayan. So before we begin, meron po ba kayong gustong sabihin, Carlo, Tony?
Oh.
From my end, I think I basically said it already, no? To the business owners here today, I know how you feel. I understand how you feel. And part of really trying to navigate this new normal is understanding where our business is at and where we can bring it, no? Through trusted partners, through innovations, as I discussed earlier. Tony?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Carlo. Thanks, Franz, for that one. I guess digital transformation is the key right now. Because of this pandemic, that's really fast track adoption of this one. And this is critical for us to pivot. And you've seen naman din through the presentation of Carlo and what I have mentioned in a while ago about this. And ang dami dun, what we could do, for businesses, right? So many tools out there. It's just really picking the right one that's really for you, what the business needs. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Carlo. Now, magsisimula na po tayo ng ating question and answer. So this is our first question for today. Given the inherent challenges of digital transformation, how can businesses better prepare for the now or next normal? Who would like to answer first? Carlo? Sir Tony?
Yes. Sige, Carlo muna, as our guest speaker for this morning. This afternoon.
Sure. And thanks for that question, Franz. So I think one of the things that we're realizing is while several studies and predictions have been made about the COVID impact on business, we have yet to see its real effect. Diba? What is definite is that COVID has established and really made real the need for digital transformation. It's no longer an option for companies and businesses to have digital as a means to deliver a product or as part of their process. Like I said in my talk, the first thing to do is really to understand. If you want to better prepare, businesses have to first understand their business's digital status and essentially try to understand what it is they need. So as I mentioned earlier, no, I'm an agency. I'm a consulting agency. I'm not a digital agency. My company is tasked with making strategies for companies. No, but what we realized over the course of this whole experience is we need to make some processes digital in order to better service our clients. So understanding the level of digital competency that you have to have in your business is the first step. The second to me would be assessment. So you need an audit. An audit is necessary for you to be able to assess what are your important and urgent digital needs. There's a whole framework when it comes to prioritizing things that we will do, no? And the top priority is, of course, those that are important and urgent. All the other needs, all the other digital needs kasi that can develop over time. Eh. But what you want to zero in on is ano yung kailangan ko ngayon at ano yung importante ngayon. Hindi naman lahat yan sabay-sabay na nangyayari. No? As Tony mentioned in his talk, Union Bank, it took them several years, and that's a very big organization already to get to digital transformation. But you know, my gut feeling is they had to assess how do we get there. So kami, in our company, we needed to look at our operations and means of delivering our business to our clients. It was not an option for us not to go digital anymore. At least in the way we would do our services, we would run the company. But we needed to inform our customers that these services were within reach and could be done now and in the future. So we had to create what we call distance flexible solutions that allowed us to work within the current context, and definitely digital was part of that. And lastly, solve. No, with digital technology always changing, we needed partners like Eastern, other clients, customers who would be able to best understand our digital needs through solutions that they can provide. So having digital in our business footprint it's a way forward, that's for sure. No, so there's nothing escaping digital anymore. But let's not be, I guess, let's not be intimidated lang. No, pag sinabing digital transformation, that doesn't necessarily mean you know you have to go completely online, all of that. No, it simply means how do you use digital to evolve your business, be it in giant leaps or small steps, unique to what your business actually needs.
Thank you, Carlo.
Tony?
Okay.
Tony, your turn.
Yeah. It's my turn. Okay. Actually, if I may, dugtungan ko lang din yung sinabi din ni Carlo. But to the task. So, wow. So, for us to be prepared, no, with the what sabi nga ni, for me it's the now. Eh. For Carlo's term, it's the next normal. No. Siguro, the way we see it, diba, it's changing or having the proper mindset or open mindset, if I may, for that, no. Kasi when the lockdown came last March, 2020, diba, mobility was reduced. So businesses and government shifted to digital, and they had to do it quickly. Sabi nga nila, the early bird catches the worm. So since consumer needs and requirements remained unchanged at the start of the lockdown, they needed someone who was able to deliver despite the challenges. So we saw the results. E-commerce adoption in the Philippines grew in 2021, coming from 76% in 2020, right? So in addition to this one is that we must also look out for new developments. So we have to be educated, whether it's through tech, whether it's through consumer needs, okay? Because the best product for us, and the best product, or even solution, is the one that addresses the needs of the consumer. So we believe that is one. That those are the things that is needed for us to be prepared in the now or next normal, as Carlo said. Back to you, Franz.
Yes, thank you, Tony. Thank you, Carlo. So this is the second question for Carlo. One of the main challenges for businesses was the continuity of operations. Could you share how businesses could sustain operations during this pandemic?
Yeah. So basically, if you want to sustain operations during the pandemic, you have to look at 4 E's for me. No? First, you empathize. Empathizing, as I mentioned in my talk, is the ability to be in tune with what's going on. When you empathize with your customers, your stakeholders, you will be able to understand what it is they truly need. If you want to improve your operations, you have to go and talk to your people. You have to engage them, understand ano ba yung mga struggles nila, ano yung problema nila with this new normal and everything that's going on. You also have to talk to your customers. What are solutions that they really need? No? So with empathizing, you're able to do that. Next, you have to evolve. So when you evolve, it is all about creating solutions, services, and processes that will work best for your organization, but at the same time, work best in delivering results to your clients. Okay? So again, evolution, going back to my talk, it's not always big and grand. It can be simple things that you are able to champion and make better, diba? To make things better. That is a way of evolving things. Third, to ensure that you sustain operations in your pandemic, you have to enforce. No, so there are certain things after you understand, after you evolve your products and service, you have to make sure that you are implementing these new changes even well. And lastly, edit. So again, going back to my talk on iteration, when you edit things, you are able to improve them constantly, not being settled with lukewarm results, but making sure that you get the optimal results. No? So I know that it's different depending on the business that you're at. But kunyari, you're a small business, you handle a lot of people, nawawalan ng negosyo, intindihin natin kung paano natin best matutulungan yung mga tao ngayon, best na matutulungan yung mga clients natin para talagang makagawa tayong solutions that will really impact them in a real way. So depending on the level of business you're in, sustaining operations always goes back to empathizing, evolving, enforcing, and editing.
Okay, thank you, Carlo. You have explained it so well. Thank you for that answer. So another question, this is for Tony. While having limited resources, how can businesses support its digital transformation?
Sorry, while having limited resource, how can business support its
digital transformation?
Okay, sige. So go again. So I'll take off from my answer a while ago earlier about having an open mindset. Based on a report by McKinsey, companies right now, some of the companies, are not rethinking on the role of digital transformation in their businesses. So we have to be mindful that digital transformation must be deliberate, so it can identify how to digitally transform and unlock its benefits. As mentioned by Carlo kanina, diba? We have to really choose the tools that we needed for us to digitally, move forward. Okay. So for businesses that I mentioned in my earlier presentation, there were those who have taken cloud as part of their digital transformation, and they're able to maximize the benefits of cloud. Okay. So these companies were able to scale up during peak events for their monthly promos, which I may parang budol ako doon, part ako doon of that one. Or we have also seen how businesses then were able to lower yung operating costs nila as much as $1 million in the spread of 5 years. And for other businesses naman, they were able to maximize or access data and operate whenever and wherever they are. Okay. And another use case that I could share is that it's with Eastern, though, with our recent collaboration with a travel magazine. Okay. This project aims to show the Philippines within 24 hours. We focus on the stories that will show how beautiful our country is. So para bang it's our love letter to the Philippines, if you will. Okay. Now the challenge is how will we, Eastern, and even the people in the field, use the images and videos, which the people were scattered all over the country. Areas like Benguet from the northern area, the Rizal province, and also yung areas within Visayas and Mindanao. So what we did is we used Eastern Cloud to store all those files and the images and videos for that. And we were able to process those images and videos on the cloud as well. And we were thrilled to share that the final collaboration was breathtaking. It was something that was truly celebrated the country despite it going through several lockdowns and challenges. And we were thankful to be part of the project, and our partners as well were really happy on how it was, it unfolded. And this is and definitely something that this wouldn't be possible if not through digitization. So, ganyan. So you have to choose, you have to know, based sabi nga ni Carlo kanina, you have to really decide on what you want to achieve. And you discuss among ourselves so that you can properly choose what products and tools you need for your business. And from there, you get it and you implement it so that you can maximize the benefit of your digital transformation. So back to you, friends.
Thank you, Tony, for that answer. Now, another question for Carlo. Carlo, some of businesses still have this fear of falling even after experiencing the pandemic for more than a year. How can businesses or business owners overcome this fear?
Wow.
Carlo, kaya mo yan.
Alam mo, mahirap naman talaga. So I'm my organization is part of, we have sister companies. So we have a network of companies, and the other businesses also aren't doing so well. And it's very understandable why, but I think difficult as it may be to see now, the pandemic really brought with it a lot of lessons. It put forth the importance of do we stay put or do we evolve? Do we choose to stay where we are doing what yung sanay na tayong gawin, or do we be more proactive in figuring out what to do next? So while most people think it's always about changing and evolving, feeling ko may caveat doon. Di ba? Kasi, digital transformation na, paano na yung negosyo natin? Ibahin natin, change it up. Di ba? Hindi siya necessarily always that way for me. To me, wala namang one answer, walang tamang answer of how to go about it. Lalo na kasi, kung negosyo kang nag-suffer talaga ng COVID, tas medyo ubos na yung resources mo, ano yung gagawin mo? Di ba? That's the reality eh. So there's no one answer to me. You can choose to stay where you are. You can innovate a few things or innovate completely. It really depends on your capability, your resources, and your realities. So to me, for a business who has lost, a lot of opportunities during the pandemic, do you stop and wait to manage your losses? Do you continue with what you are currently doing? Would you boost and capitalize on this new surge? And those are things that, to me, honestly, if you choose to stop and wait, okay lang yun. That's being courageous. Diba? If feeling mo yun yung best thing to do, then so be it. If you continue on, maybe make small improvements here and there, I respect that. Diba? If that's your level of courage, that's your level of way of managing the situation, then do so. If you have a lot of resources, business naman is doing okay, you choose to boost and capitalize on it, then well and good, right? So to me, it essentially boils down to courage. Kasi fear yung pinanggagalingan mo eh, di ba? Which is essentially the ability to do something that frightens you. Fear usually, may nagsabi sa akin na fear usually has two meanings. You forget everything and you run. Forget everything and run, fear, or do you face everything and rise? Diba? And I am in no position to tell you what the right thing to do is, because you know your business, you know your resources, you know how much you're risking, right? But to me, choose something. Diba? Will you stay put? Will you continue? Will you boost and capitalize? Because one thing's for sure, the pandemic will end. And how ready you are when that happens really depends on how courageous you are now and you are today.
Okay. For this last question is for Tony. Reduced mobility has caused businesses to change how they operate and has impacted their operations. How can businesses maintain its operation efficiency given the effects of quarantine?
Okay, sige. Let's answer this now. Okay, so we know that the pandemic aided the adoption of digital transformation. I mentioned that a while ago. So first, siguro, we must apply digital adoption from the simplest of things, I guess, such as working files, no, or sharing it to your internal stakeholders. And even up to the more complex business processes, application of some form of AI or everything ganyan. Ang dami pwedeng discuss. Okay. So why did I say this? siguro just to share lang din, no? Last Sunday, I was Father's Day. I was talking to my sister, and during this discussion I have with her, she mentioned that she needed to send an Excel file to their inventory team so that they could work on the list of apparels needed for its store. So yes, okay, take note, it's an apparel team, so it's one of those big known brands. Okay, but unfortunately, they are not digitally connected. She mentioned that because of that system, the process that they have right now, so because of the back and forth of the files, the sharing ganyan, ang dami na nagpile up from one file nagiging version 4 or version 5. So the end product is multiple versions, as I mentioned. And this is just one example of how digitalization can really change the regular workday of a team. Very stressful yung ganun siya. So if you're gonna think about it, businesses must digitally transform, and you can start by using um, such as your productivity and collaboration tools to help teams really communicate and manage projects. Tasks, shares files, and storing them online. It becomes more efficiently and less stressful for people. I mentioned nga to her now because she asked me, Kuya, how do you do things? We have the same file, Excel, Word, ganyan. But within the team, we do collaborate. Yung nakikita namin where nasaan isa, what change niya. And after that one, you just message or done, di ba? And wala nang masyadong stressful na balikan na gano'n. So, ganon. So, I mean, you have to start where? Sabi nga, you have to start to the simplest of things. And in effect, it will have a big impact in terms of how efficiency of your operation. If from the simplest thing hindi ka na efficient, what more pa yung bigger one? So, yun. That's my take on that one, friends. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Tony, for that answer. I think that's all the time we have for the questions today. So I once again want to thank our speakers, Carlo Jimenez and Tony Casas, for sharing your knowledge and providing all our viewers today with the insights they need to leap forward into the now normal. So before we end, would our experts like to share a few parting words with our audiences? Who would like to start?
Si Tony naman.
Thank you for that. Okay. Sige, ga. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you for attending this afternoon and for listening to us, ni Carlo, no, discuss how businesses can pivot in the now normal. Okay. I hope you have taken the screen cap of the QR code that we have given a while ago. This is a 30-day free trial of Eastern Cloud. So with this, I hope it will jumpstart your company's digital transformation, and talk to us, and tell us how you felt about it and how you use it, and we look forward to collaborate with you in your moving ahead, moving forward with your digital transformation. So see you guys. Thank you once again, and see you in our in our next Leap Forward series. And have a fearless tomorrow, kay Eastern.
Thank you, Tony. Carlo, your turn.
Yeah. So for my end, I think I will just remind them of what pivoting means. No. So pivot is being prepared to lose, but still you're driven to win. So really understanding and coming to terms with failure and fear, but finding the courage to move forward, innovating with purpose, then iterating. No, solutions that make a difference, solutions that are meaningful. Visualizing an end goal is V, diba? Making sure that you have a very clear objective that you want to achieve, a very clear dragon to slay. Always observing, empathizing, and acting. Treating people as people, treating our suppliers, our employees, our partners, and that will help us get to better solutions. And lastly, timing is everything, and partners too. And with that, I would like to thank our partners, Eastern Communications, for inviting me to join you guys today. It's very overwhelming, but at the same time, as an entrepreneur, as an owner of a small medium enterprise, I'm very happy to be sharing some of the thoughts that I had during this pandemic with the rest of you guys, and hopefully you will benefit from it as much as I did. So thank you, Eastern. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and thank you, Franz, as well.
Thank you, Carlo. Thank you, Tony. For all our viewers, if your question wasn't answered send them in anyway so Eastern Communications can reach out to you after the webinar. Of course, before we end our program, we are going to have our major raffle draw. Our major raffle draw winner will receive a 3,000 peso giveaway voucher. Wow, very exciting. 3,000 pesos po itong makukuha ng ating major raffle winner. So when you see your name flashed on the screen, take a screenshot and email it to marketing@etpi.com.ph with the subject Leap Forward 2021 Digital Raffle. Okay. So 3,000 po ang makukuha ng ating major raffle winner. Okay. Is everyone excited? Because I am. Okay. Drum roll, please. Our major raffle winner is from SP Madrid, Mr. Adrian Jumel Guache. Yay! Congratulations! Kayo po ay nanalo ng 3,000 peso giveaway voucher. Do take a screenshot po ng ating screens right now and please don't forget i-email po ang marketing@etpi.com.ph with the subject header Leap Forward 2021 Digital Raffle and please include the following information: full name, company, mobile number, and email. Once again po, congratulations to all our raffle draw winners for today. Ayan, congratulations po sa inyong lahat. Thank you once again to Mr. Carlo Jimenez and Mr. Tony Casas. And of course, thank you to all our viewers today for taking time to be a part of Leap Forward. As a special treat po para sa ating participants today, you are going to receive a giveaway voucher. Wow, this is from Eastern Communications. All you have to do is answer ang ating post-event survey form. This will be sent to you via email or use the QR code in the chat box to claim your special token. Make sure to also look forward to our future session as Eastern Communications continues to inspire and uplift owners across the country by tackling another challenge that businesses face in the now normal. Together, we can take that leap into a strong tomorrow for your company. Thank you again, ka-Easters, for participating in Leap Forward Business Empowerment for the Now Normal. Thank you so much, everyone. See you again soon. Bye.